is your compounded frequencies. In this case, j is just 12. And we don't have t in years, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for how long. We're looking for t. T's are unknown. We know I is equal to the rate divided by j. The rate is 7%, but you don't write 7, you write 0.07 divided by 12. That's going to be our I value, so 0.7 divided by 12. 0.0058. And I've rounded, but when I do the calculations, I will keep all decimal places. So I is that. P is, what's my principal? 3,000. My future amount is 4,500. All right. So we have all the numbers. Let's solve for t. This is going to be very, very difficult. For some of you, I guess I should say. Now I replaced n with 12t, because that's what t times 12 is 12t. Just so you know. Now, if that's confusing, we can leave that till the end and leave it as n for now. And at the final step, just deal with that 12. Okay, so what do we do? Well, the first step is pretty straightforward. You divide both sides by 3,000. That's kind of the same. That doesn't change. Just move everything over. And 4,500 divided by 3,000 is 1.5. Shows 1.00583. And it's actually repeating. Perfect. At this point, this is the step that's difficult for most students. How do we solve this? There is a button on your calculator. It's called log. And this is a little bit more difficult for you to understand, because this is something brand new that you learned in grade 11. So when you take the log of both sides, you put this log and you put it on both sides. And any exponents that you have, they go to the front of that log. So I take the log of 1.5, I take the log of this bracket here, 1.0058733. Or is it 5833? I don't know. I have to double check. When I do the calculations, I'll fix it. Oh, it's 3. Oops. Yeah. So the exponent goes from here in front. And now we can divide both sides by log of this big bracket here, 1.00583, and so on. So this will cancel out, and we're just going to have n is equal to this number. And this is just a number that you can use in your calculator. So log of 1.5, so 1.5, hit that log button, you get a nice decimal here, 0.176091259. Once again, write out all these decimal points. If you're not doing that, you're not doing it right. 1.005. Oh, wait, hold on. What was this? Oh, yeah. 0.07 divided by 12, and then log of that. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oops. 0.07 divided by 12 plus 1, and then log of that. There you go. 0.002526024. And these are just numbers. They're just very long numbers with decimals, but as long as you're writing everything out, you should be fine. And now you just do a division. That's it. So n is equal to 69.71. And I've rounded to 2 decimal places. But n is not time. N is not how long. N is equal to 12t. If you remember from our earlier formula that we solved this. So we divide everything by 12 to solve for t, which is time in years. So this number that we got, this answer, divide by 12, and you get around 5.81 years. You're going to round 5.81 years. That's how long. And they got 5.8 years, so I mean it's 5.80 and then a decimal, so it rounded up, but pretty close. So recap: learning goals, calculate simple interest, calculate compound interest. What's next? Make sure you're completing all your quizzes from Unit 3. If you haven't already done so, make sure you're doing all those tasks and quizzes. And then also we have Unit 4.1, the quiz on today's lesson, and the task on today's lesson. Any questions?